have to make Supergirl drunk. It's not attractive to your core audience. Men are going to see this. Melissa doesn't want to see this.
The dog thing, this CGI dog, I hope that we can put that in the back burner already. I'm done. I'm done with crypto. I'm done with crypto. I don't want to see crypto anymore.
Danny Cut, today we are back, and today we're going to be talking about Supergirl. Spoiler talk. Warning, it's spoiler talk. Man, this movie was really bad. But besides that, today we got obviously DC, reoccurring guest of the show. We have Tony T, reoccurring guest of the show. And today we're going to get into some spoiler talk. We're going to talk about what we liked, what we didn't like, individually and collectively, obviously. So pretty much like and subscribe. Let's do it.
Who's going first?
All right. So
go first, DC.
I'm gonna throw some questions out there.
No, I'll let you guys go first because I think the general consensus, if I'm reading the room right, is that you guys did not like this movie.
I didn't like it.
No, it's a low bar for me, bro. It's not.
Okay.
Let me ask.
So we had a lot of problems.
I'll ask you guys questions individually. Let's try not to interrupt for the listener, and we'll go individually, and then I'll answer the question last, or whatever. I don't care. So here we go. Okay, Tony. First, I want to know what you liked about the movie. Anything?
Yeah. There's some cool action scenes. I think some of the fight scenes were cool. Okay. I like Lobo.
Okay.
I think the effects sometimes were really good, like when she's flying and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I like seeing, you said spoiler, right? I like seeing Superman in the movie, believe it or not. I like just seeing him.
Yep.
And that's about it.
Okay.
That's about it. That's really about it.
All right, DC, what did you like about the movie? Anything? I know you like some of it. Yeah.
I'm gonna echo what he said about the action. The action was good, and it was shot nicely, and it had had really good moments that I felt were brought down by a few things that I'll talk about. Reasons I didn't like in the movie.
All right.
But really, I was engaged in a lot of the action scenes just because of, again, the way it was shot. I don't want to be too repetitive there, but they were pretty good. Jason Momoa, obviously, as Lobo. It's funny because I like him as Lobo because he is Lobo, if that makes sense. If you know who Jason Momoa is, I feel like that's who he is, just with makeup.
His personality.
The guy riding around on a motorcycle, drinking beers and has a stogie in
hitting
his
the stogie.
So
what is a stogie? What is it?
It's
a cigar.
A cigar, yeah.
Yeah, because you guys are like stogie. I'm like, all right,
yeah, stogie.
Right. Not part of that group. Sorry.
It's like a I guess slang word for a cigar.
Okay.
And then I liked the Krypton scenes were really cool. There were, the little emotion that the movie gave. I felt like those scenes were, were pretty good with some of the, the narrative there. Probably the only, positive thing that I could say about, the acting in this movie. And then the last thing that I'll say is the performances from the younger who plays the Ruthie. I felt like she's going to be a star. I think she's a very good actress for what she was given in the movie. And Milly Alcock. Look, you can think whatever you want of her. I think she did a good job as Supergirl. But again,
that's also something. I'm sorry, Tom. That's also something I didn't have a problem with her as Supergirl. I didn't think she was bad either. I think it started off bad, but I think it got better as the movie went on. Sorry.
Right.
Go ahead.
A lot of the bad in this movie can't be. You can't blame these actors who are put in these positions to act in a movie. She did fine with what she was given, and it suffered not because of her, basically, in my opinion. So again, film is subjective. Everyone has a different feeling when they walk out of the movie, and I felt like she did she did an okay job, and yeah, that's what I'll say as far as the good, and that's where I'll be.
Okay. So for me, the positives, and film is subjective, and my favorite part of the movie was leaving. But besides leaving, no, look, Lobo obviously was the standout of the movie. Obviously, Jason Momoa looks like the literal comic book character. Tony actually brought up a good point to me earlier this week on why didn't they include Lobo's sort of sidekick partner, big pit bull dog. I would have liked to have seen that.
Don't know why.
Lobo, a lot like Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, there isn't a lot of acting involved. I think his personality lends to the character. Other positives include, I thought that some of the action scenes were good, not great. I wouldn't even say good. I would say okay at best. But overall, I'm not gonna give this movie. It's not Madam Web. It's not Kraven the Hunter.
Oh.
So those are the only real positives that I can think of off the top of my head. Okay, so now let's get into what we didn't like. Who wants to go first? You want to go first this time, DC?
All right. I want to bring something up right now. It's sitting at a 56% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know how much you guys, buy into those scores or whatnot. And it's also at a B- at Cinema Score.
That's crazy.
Which is not good. Okay. And then I want to run off a few movies that I felt were better. I sat down and I started to think. I go, okay, this movie is a train wreck, because it is, and not just the type of movie it is, but at the box office, it's an absolute train wreck. This movie, to kind of give you your kudos, Danny, this movie's not going to make a penny at the box office. No. They're going to lose a lot of money. And I question whether or not this leadership is the best for DC. And I'm always going to wear my DC hat, because I will always defend DC. I'm a fan first. I'm a consumer of these movies, and for the most part, I really, really do enjoy DC movies, except for The Flash. I think that's one of the worst movies ever put together for film. So a couple movies that I think, and I came up with 16 movies. I'll just name a few. I'm not going to name them all. But Green Lantern, okay, I think it's better than Green Lantern. All right.
So you're talking about the Ryan Reynolds one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's obviously better than Man of Web. It's better than Morbius. It's better than Venom 2 and 3. It's better than Ant-Man 2 and 3. It's better than Aquaman 2. Obviously, The Flash, I mentioned that. It's better than Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah. It's not a terrible movie like that. I have the same. I agree with you there too.
So
but
you see
I
the bar
on one of those movies there. I don't agree with, but I get what you're saying.
The Flash is better than Supergirl.
100%. The Flash movie to me destroys this movie.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Oh man, I highly listen.
But why didn't you like that movie? Why didn't you like that movie? Real quick,
bro. The guy was saving CGI babies
out
of a building, bro.
Yeah, but
I can't defend that, guys. I can't defend that. I'm sorry. The movie to me, aside from the actor who I think is, Ezra Miller, may he, wherever he is now, making movies or not, that guy was obnoxious. That guy was absolutely obnoxious. I couldn't sit there and take him serious.
Guy screwed over Warner Brothers for 2 humongous franchises.
Hey, but isn't the character of Flash in the comics Barry? What's his name? Barry Allen. Barry Allen. Isn't he blonde? Isn't he a blonde?
Yeah, he has like blue eyes. He's more fair skinned.
Go ahead.
He's more fair.
Go ahead.
Right. Okay. Anyways, Spider-Man 3, the Tobey Maguire one with Venom. I think this movie's better than that. Thor: Love and Thunder. I think this movie's better than that. And Kraven the Hunter. I think this movie's better than that as well. Those are just some of the movies that I came up with off the top of my head that this movie's better than. Now, just wanted to get that out of the way. All right. Now going on to the cons of this movie, and boy, there are a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know when I got out of the theater, I was very vague. I said I liked the movie because I did. I took my daughter to go see it. I took my older son DJ. All right, and we had a good time. It was a good experience at the movie theater. But that goes without saying that this movie has one of the worst, and I mean worst, scripts that I've ever seen in my life. Okay. Anna Nogueira, who this is her first time penning a movie of this magnitude. I don't know how she even got the gig, but hey, kudos to her. Terrible job, I must say. And maybe there was more to this story that she wanted to write, and maybe it got,
Yeah.
I'm done. Put this CGI dog somewhere, take him to a kennel somewhere out in space, and let's leave him there for the next movie. I don't want to see him anymore.
Yes. I agree.
Okay, I'm done. All right. I had no emotion towards the CGI dog throughout the entire movie, meaning I had no care for Supergirl's motivation in going to get this bad guy, which leads me to the bad guy, Prim of the Yellow Hills. Oh man. Was this the worst written bad guy of any movie I've ever seen?
One of the worst villains I've seen.
And he has 2 lines in the movie, and I'm going to say them right now.
What?
Yeah, the whole Those are his lines. Okay.
Hour and 45.
If he said anything else on the lines, please correct me. But I didn't hear anything else that he said, because that's every time he was on screen, I just rolled my eyes and I put my head down.
And he doesn't know how to consume human food either, because he's like always dropping it and then throwing it and I'm a villain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going back real quick to the whole dog thing. They shot him with the arrow in the beginning of the movie. This is spoilers, right? We're talking spoilers.
Of course, yeah. Open spoilers. Yeah,
right.
Go.
And then they decide to put the scenes of her finding him later in Krypton and all that. So it's like at this point, no, that's too late now. You lost the opportunity to make me feel any kind of ounce of forgiveness for this dog without, by not putting that at the start of the movie. Again, that's a script error. That is a calculation on how they presented this movie to us. All right. And then another thing, are we done now with all this punk rocker stuff? Like Superman and Supergirl are not punk rock in the comics. Okay. What are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here? Okay. If I wanted to watch another thing. She came from Krypton, landed on Earth, right? She only speaks Kryptonian, as far as I'm concerned, or understand the way the movie's trying to present it. And then all of a sudden, she becomes this, this punk rocker chick who looks like she grew up in the '90s, listening to Avril Lavigne, and all this stuff. Like what Avril are we doing?
Classic.
Like, what are we like? I just help me understand how this was supposed to be cool. How it was supposed to be cool, like, oh yeah, definitely believable. Yeah, I like this. I like the route they took. They made her cool. Yeah, no, they didn't. Okay, she didn't know a lip of English when she got to Earth, and then all of a sudden, she's at
Sabrina Carpenter concert over there hanging out. Yeah.
So again, just another dumb decision for this story and this character. I didn't like it at all. Listen, I can go on and on. The needle drops, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the needle drops. If it just feels like and playing a classic.
The song they played in the end. Like,
okay.
The one I can remember at least was one of my favorite songs growing up by Jimmy Eat World called
but they didn't use Jimmy Eat World. They used like some other lady singer that I guess like a remix of it.
Which made it
crazy to me.
Which made it worse. Okay?
That song's a classic.
It's a great song. It's a great song.
Not for this movie either.
Not for this movie. Horrible placement. And it's funny because they used it in a scene where I felt looked cool. So I'm seeing
that was the coolest scene in the movie, and they used that song to just absolutely kill it.
And then they absolutely killed the scene by playing that song.
And it wasn't even Jimmy Eat World. It was the remix by, I don't know who that lady singer is. So I don't even know.
Pulled me out of the scene. I'm seeing this. It's almost like I would have rather see this play out like with some earmuffs or something, or on mute, and not have to hear that song playing. Yeah, I'm done with the needle drops. And it's funny because I read a quote. I don't know if I have the quote here, but I read a quote somewhere where the director's already pointing blame at James Gunn, saying, that last song,
he picked it.
James Gunn actually helped me pick that song because I didn't know what to go with. So apparently they had tried a bunch of different songs to go with, and they landed on this one.
I read the same shit because it's the most talked about thing, how stupid it is.
Yeah, I would have loved to be a mosquito on the wall, okay, when all this was going down, and just to hear what other songs they had in mind. Guys, look, again, I liked the movie because I felt like I got enough of the performances, but this movie is an absolute disgrace. I feel like this Man of Tomorrow movie that's coming out by James Gunn, I'm telling you right now, I don't know that I'll get up and leave the movie theater if I hear a needle drop in this movie, but I'm inclined to do so if they rely. I'm gonna end this now, as I know this is long-winded. If they continue with this same formula for their future movies, this universe is dead on arrival. Okay, that's all.
No, it's over. It's over.
You guys can go ahead. But again, I did leave the movie theater, and I would give it a 5.5 out of 10. That's my score. That's why I say I like it, and I'll watch it again on VOD just to kind of pass time and wait for Clayface. Listen, October cannot get here any sooner.
Yeah.
Because I need the biggest palate cleanse, okay, after this movie. We are getting Lanterns in August, but I'm not even confident on that. So
who knows?
We'll see.
I mean, I don't want to stress more about the music. I mean, the music really was. I mean,
T, what did you not like? What did you not like about the movie? Go ahead.
You hear me or no?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay,
fine, brother.
Yeah, like I don't want to continue with the music, but honestly, the music. I mean, God, man, I every fight scene, it was this stupid music playing. Like if I was at I would imagine a teenage girl concert. Like the thing is, like these movies, again, these movies are made for us. I know it sounds stupid, but I don't think teenage girls are running to the theater to watch this. So these are superhero movies, which means you play with superhero toys and action figures. And so every time there's an action scene, it's girl music. Okay. All right, bro. That's how you want to do it, then do it. See how that works. The action scenes on top of that were dark. I couldn't see a fucking thing. Yes, I'm not Adobe. Sorry for cursing. I'm not Adobe, but I couldn't see some of the action scenes. I don't know what was going on. I really don't know. And again, every time there's a cool action scene, like with her and Lobo together fighting, it's just ruined by some really stupid music. Another problem I had, this movie makes no sense. And I'm not gonna blame. I'll be honest with you. I want to blame the writer. I'm just gonna blame James Gunn. Fuck it. He hired her. He's running this whole shit. I'm gonna just blame him. I don't care anymore. I'm blaming him. Why? This movie is a filler movie. It's like watching 4 episodes of an anime that had nothing to do with the main story, and it's like you skip them. It's a filler movie. How is it a filler movie? We start off with, hey, enjoy your weekend, and it ends where weekend's over and she's back on Earth. So how Superman ends, where you see her, hey, I'll be back. It ends where she's back. Who cares? Nothing happens in this movie that if you're trying to follow the storyline of the new DC, nothing happens in this movie. There's nothing revealed. There's no power figure out there lurking. I'll give you an example. In Guardians 1, it involved the Power Stone. It involved Thanos. It involved Thanos' daughter. It involved all those things matter to the overall story. You literally can just skip this movie. Watch Superman, see her in the end. Hey, I'll be back. And then start here. And that's how it ends. She's back on Earth. Spoiler, nothing happens. That's it. And that's the biggest problem I have with this movie. Who do I blame? James Gunn. We're on the second movie and you're making a filler already. That's great, bro. All right, cool. Good luck. That's it. What are you going to do? That's my biggest problem. So your problem is the writing and this and that. My problem is what are we doing here? Like, what's the point of this movie? What's the point of this movie? I don't know. All right, cool, man. We're doing fillers already. Great. Where I put it at, like Danny gave me a good movie, he said, and I agree. And I will put Aquaman Quantumania just over it. Like that.
Ant-Man.
Like I'm sorry, Ant-Man Quantumania, just over it. Right there, right above it, where it's like, who gives a shit? Who cares? Like, nothing in that movie matters either. It's like, who cares? That's where I'm at. That's it. That's all I have. And the villain's terrible too. Yeah, all that's typical, whatever.
So for me, several complaints. Number one, respectfully, I do not think that Milly Alcock is Superwoman or Supergirl. Excuse me. I don't see it. For me, people have to understand that in the casting process, your physical looks do matter, whether you want to accept it or not. They do. I do not. Just with that said, she is not Supergirl to me. As a matter of fact, if you just would allow me 1 second here, this right here, I did a little search, and this to me is Supergirl right here. This is what Supergirl should look like. Just my opinion. And that's the Woman of Tomorrow comic. So either way, let me get us back here. All right. So
yeah, Supergirl, real quick, just to interject, Supergirl in the comic, okay, because I have read the comic.
Yeah.
She's a warrior. She is an absolute warrior, and you could see it. She doesn't take, excuse my French, shit from anyone in that comic. And I'm sorry, but I didn't get that from Milly Alcock.
No, I didn't. I just think that, you know, she has like a little bit of a rougher look, and I get it with the comic, but I with the image that I showed is what I think that Supergirl should look like. And again, that's just my opinion. Also, to the music, I'm not going to reiterate and talk about it. It was absolutely horrible. I don't understand with $175 million budget how this is the best music that you can come up with. Ridiculous. It should have been orchestra. It should have been one of the top Hollywood film composers, and it wasn't. Who else? The script was obviously, I mean, it felt, I'm alleging this, it felt like it was AI. It was very expository, had no stakes, no emotion, and again, terrible script. What else? I don't understand why they even made a Supergirl movie. Nobody was asking for this. Just so you guys know, and I just looked this up, 90 to 93% of comic book readers are men. However,
yes.
Period. End the conversation. Do it or what you want. What else?
That's a great point. That's a really good point.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, I didn't care about crypto. I just don't care about him. Okay. What else? The fight scenes were terrible. There was one scene in particular in a bar, in an alien bar with all these big giant aliens. It's so stupid. I don't care about it. Right. But they're in the bar and then they start fighting. And Supergirl puts Ruthie, another character I don't care about, in a corner, and then there's a bunch of like fighting off screen, which is like, what are you doing? It's a superhero movie. I want to see them fight. I don't want to hear the noise of them fighting. And then of course the obligatory fight scene. And then they pump the music in this, girl in a power ride, get in a time. Oh, I don't want to hear that bullshit. It's just that's just that simple. The villain, forget it. That guy was terrible. So over the top with is this did they just create? I don't know nothing about comics. I don't. Right?
I don't know what that guy is either. I don't know.
But where is that guy from? Did they just create him?
Matthias Schoenertz.
His power levels change depending on the scene. One scene he's carrying a tank. The next scene it can't do anything.
I don't blame. Again, I'm going back to the acting. Some of the acting was good in this movie. Okay. Again, this is the way I felt about it, but what they gave this guy, Matthias Schoenertz, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, was absolute garbage, and I agree. Yeah. One of the worst creme of the Yellow Hills, and he's not even comic book accurate. Like they made him this weird, like space pirate. I don't even know what they did with his character, and it's so off from what he is in the comics, and it's like they slapped the face of the people who actually takes this stuff serious.
Yeah. Again, other issues. I think it's time for again, DC and Warner Brothers. Everybody knows they're going to be merging with Paramount. If you know anything about the relationship with Paramount and Warner Brothers, as far as David Ellison and James Gunn, without getting into it, not a relationship people foresee blossoming. So either James Gunn's going to leave or he's going to get fired. So allegedly, of course.
No, he can't keep this up though. This is, you can't do a filler movie on your second movie.
Superman 25 for me was a 6. This movie was about a 3.5 for me. The only reason it was a 3.5 was because of Lobo. I thought his scenes were pretty entertaining and fun, but ultimately, and again, why is it that daughters don't want to see this? Nobody wants to see it. Nobody wants to see this. Again,
I wouldn't even mention my wife.
Yeah. Who again, this is what we want to see. Look at this beauty, reverence.
Danny, I sent you a WhatsApp. Are you able to pull that up on your thing? I sent you a picture. I wanted you to share it here with us now. And I just want to ask Tony one simple question about these kind of the vision. It's more of an overall vision of who he would call in a fight. Like if he was about to throw down with some space invaders, okay, and Superman existed. Again, I'm doing this because there's a reason I'm doing it, which I'll explain as soon as you show the picture. And I want to get Tony's honest opinion. Tony, who are you going to call? All right, who are you going to call? You got Superman on the left, and you have Superman on the right. Okay, are you calling Underwear Superman, or are you calling
the reboot one? Yes, the reboot one. Yes, the one on the right.
I mean, but look at him.
Of course.
Muscle, more
right, of course. I mean, like,
you know what that stands for. I love Zack Snyder. I'm going to defend his vision all day. He had something going. And for all the people, who shot on his movies, all the people who shot on his vision and his movies. Remember, The Flash is not his movie. Aquaman 2 is not his movie. Wonder Woman 84 is not his movie. Okay.
But he's the leader, though. He was the showrunner, isn't he?
No, he was already out at that point. They were using other characters he had brought in. Okay. For all of the people who shot on Zack Snyder. By the way, I'm going to pull up the numbers because we haven't even talked about box office for Supergirl. Okay. We haven't got into the nitty gritty on that. All right. But Man of Steel. Okay. It made in the ballpark of 650, 60. Okay. Batman versus Superman. Okay. Again, for inflation, that movie makes $1 billion. All right. You had Suicide Squad, the first one that David Ayer directed. $750 million that movie made. All right. You're sitting right now with Supergirl as your second movie. And this movie's not even going to break $40 million at the domestic box office.
No, here's the thing. I'm sorry to interrupt you. People are comparing this movie's box office to Morbius. Morbius, I just looked it up, ended up making 167 million worldwide. Disaster. So go ahead, DC. I'm sorry.
No.
Well, hold on. I mean, like, you think Zack Snyder's vision is better than James Gunn's vision?
1,000%. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd rather take that then.
I'm going to be honest with you here. I just don't. Zack Snyder's vision was movie to movie, so you have a problem with that. Where you have a Green Lantern movie, what vision did he have? He didn't have a vision. He had a Man of Steel movie.
Right?
Go ahead. He had a Man of Steel movie, and then he had BVS, and then he had Justice League. Those are the 3 movies that he was in charge of. And they didn't do well. I mean, a Batman movie not crossing $1 billion.
He had Man of Steel, which
I don't know, man. I didn't like Zack Snyder's vision. I'm okay with him not there. Why? He made Superman too powerful. He made him too powerful. The whole Justice League couldn't take him out. That's a problem. So this Superman we got, yes, he's a little nerfed, and he can get beat up. You can see Guy Gardner, hey, we want to go at it, Big Blue, let's go. Like, he's not the best, he's not unstoppable, and that's fine, man. You can't make these Kryptonians too strong because then you get a mess, blowing up all the buildings, destroying the whole city. All right, bro. This is not a superhero movie. I mean, whatever. You want to call it a superhero movie? Go ahead. I love Man of Steel. It is one of my favorite superhero movies, but it's not a superhero movie to me. But that's whatever, man. It's aliens fighting. Okay.
So I want to, before I read this, I'm going to ask you guys very simple questions. Please answer quickly so I can just make my point. What films was Zack Snyder directly involved with? We got Man of Steel. We got, Batman versus Superman, right? We got Wonder Woman, right? 2017. What else was he directly involved with?
Justice League.
League. Wait.
Hold on. Not the Justice League. Okay, that was put together.
Not the Whedon cut.
A Frankenstein version of.
So we can't count Justice League because he was.
That's not fair because it was part. I mean, most of those things stood in there. The problems that the movies had still were there.
The only one that counts is his Zack Snyder's Justice League, the one that came out on HBO.
Okay, even in his, there's still a problem. When he comes back to life, he's too strong.
Okay,
hold on. Again,
hold on. Give me a second, please. 1 second, then you guys can rant. So we got 3 movies, and then let's add Justice League. Let's just add it. We'll put it as a half. Any other movies that he was directly involved with?
Suicide Squad, David Ayer, the one with Will Smith, the one with Margot Robbie.
Yeah. That train wreck of a movie. Yes, that one.
He didn't direct. He wrote that.
Oh, he didn't direct.
He didn't do anything in this shit.
David Ayer directed it.
So it's not.
And it made $750 million, which is what in Hollywood.
Which you could think. I think you could thank Will Smith and Margot Robbie for that. But okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. But
it's still made. Okay. 4 movies. I'm sorry, DC. Let's focus on 4 movies. Batman versus Superman in 2016 worldwide made $874 million. That's a success.
That's pathetic, though.
Pathetic? So what's
compared to a Batman movie? Batman should be making $1 billion.
So what about what's Superman 25? It's a complete failure. 600 something.
No, but I'm saying Batman not making $1 billion.
Yeah, but it's $874 million. It's a success movie. It's a success. That's it. You can't say nothing.
No, I mean that IP is going to always be a success.
Wonder Woman, 2017, $823 million. Another success. Justice League, 2017, which Joss Whedon is credited as the primary director, right? Still managed to make in 2017. So adjusted for today, it would be about $800 million. $661 million, another financial success. The only one that failed, which I believe he does not have
Aquaman 2.
He's not a part of Aquaman, though.
He's not a part of Aquaman 2. And then even though Aquaman 2
Aquaman, the first one.
Oh, the first one was
$1 billion. But he didn't do anything with that movie, though. He's not writing or directing that movie. He's nothing to do with that movie. Nothing to do with that movie.
Okay. But either way, the point that I'm trying to make is that 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, even more down to Man of Steel, right? Zack Snyder was in charge. Zack Snyder was creating great movies. He was creating, because Wonder Woman's great. Batman vs. Superman's pretty good. Man of Steel is an all-time classic. He was creating financially successful and pretty good, solid films. James Gunn has created an underwear-wearing Superman that nobody respects, and he's always getting beat up, right? Barely made $600 million, barely financially viable. This movie will be a complete failure for a company that stock price is down, is being sold, and is in the dumpster. And has
it's bad. It's 100%.
$8 billion in debt, just so you know. $80 billion in debt.
Oh, stupid movie.
It's just like now. If you were to ask me, and I'll stop now. If you were to ask me, is James Gunn the savior for DC? No, it's over. The guy is captured ideology-wise. He is. That's all I'm going to say. He's captured ideologically, right? And his vision for movies is it lends to Guardians of the Galaxy story. Again, if you told me I'm going to make a Supergirl movie, I'm going to make a Batman Brave and the what is it called? Brave and the Bold or whatever it's called, right? Right. I'm not going to tell you, hey, bring on Martin Scorsese to direct this movie. I'm just not doing that because that's not.
By the way, they're not going to make this Batman Brave and the Bold movie. Hold on, they're not going to make it right now. That movie's not coming for another 4 or 5 years at least, minimum. They're not going to make another Batman movie while Robert Pattinson is Batman in that Elseworld story.
I don't know who
they're not going to do it. They're going to be confusing too many of the general audience, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring more of the general audience into these movies. They're only going to.
You know what I would do? My last point. You know,
they're
what
only going to be stepping on their toes if they try to make another Batman movie in this universe.
If I'm David Ellison, who's going to be the new CEO of both of these companies, Paramount and Warner Brothers, I would literally get the biggest check that I could find. His dad is the 10th richest man in the world, right? And I would get the biggest check I could find, and I would just find James Cameron, and I would say, "Listen, save DC." I'll give it to James Cameron like that, and see what he can do.
You're gonna put this as like a discussion part, Danny, like a different video.
No,
all one video.
Any of those names that you just mentioned of the Ridley Scotts and the James Camerons,
Ridley's already,
and Nolan has already said he's not gonna make another superhero movie. He's done his trilogy. He's done. He gave it to Warner Brothers. Here you go. They made close to $3 billion. Okay, worldwide. That's his stamp on the superhero genre, and he's done. All right. They just need to find people who want to make good original stories. Okay, James Gunn said that they were not going to greenlight anything until they read a script and they approved a script. Well, I don't know what happened with this one. I don't know where or who approved this script because it was god awful. So James Gunn, you may want to have someone else reading your scripts. Yeah. But yeah, man. I don't know.
For me, and we'll get to final thoughts now because we're coming up at 40 minutes. Yeah,
that's what I was suggesting. If you want to do like the 20-minute one part, be like the review, and this 20-minute be like a discussion of DC's future or something. You know what I mean? I left out by accident because I couldn't hear anybody.
No, it's fine.
Came back.
I'll cut all that out where you left and all that. I would say my final thoughts. They got a Warner Brothers, David Ellison. Now he's going to be running Warner Brothers and Paramount, along with his father, Larry Ellison. They need to find a big name. It's like DC right now is where Star Wars is. Not as bad, but they're basically about in the same spot right now, down the dumpsters. The brand can always be revived, but they got to find a big name. Same thing for Star Wars. So I go out, I get James Cameron, I get one of these big names to run the show. I think Spielberg's a little bit, he's a little bit too old already at this point.
Too old already, yes.
But I don't know. I find a big name. I don't
know. There's a name I'm gonna put out there.
Okay, Danny.
Danny, I've no.
No.
I don't know if I'm the only one that finds his movies boring, but anyway, that's a topic for another day. This guy's name is Dan Trachtenberg. I've told you about him before. All right. He directed Prey, and he just recently directed Predator Badlands. Okay. 2 phenomenal movies.
Yeah.
Okay. They need to park a bus in front of this guy's house loaded with cash.
I actually like that guy too.
I like
Badlands.
Hey, what character do you want and what story do you want to tell? And if he jumps on board, all right, I would hire that guy in a heartbeat.
I have a feeling that guy's going to be working for Disney, though, making a Marvel movie because he's with Fox.
Another guy that I would definitely bring on board is Joseph Kosinski. I think he's going to be the next Nolan. That's a bold take, all right?
What?
Yes, bold take. But he did Maverick.
Hold on. Go ahead. Keep talking. I'm going to mute myself. Keep going.
He did Maverick, all right? So... listen, you could laugh, but Maverick is one of the most. Spielberg even said it that Top Gun Maverick saved cinemas. It saved the movie theater.
I had to get up for that. I had to get up for that comment there with Kosinski. Sorry.
I'm gonna pop out. I have to go already. D.
Okay, go. You're gonna hop off.
Yeah, you want to close it up or you want to? I have to run real quick.
All right,
I know we're gonna go on for an hour. Sorry, dog.
Tony, go. Give me your final thoughts. Go ahead. What do you think?
On Supergirl movie? No, like I said, I compare it to. It's down there with Ant-Man, Quantumania, Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's just underneath those movies, so it's down there. It's down there. It's almost it's bad. Like the I mean, guys, the writing is really bad. Like Venom Last Dance, bad writing like that. Like, oh my god, this is really bad. But again, there are some action scenes that are, the movie's better than Venom Last Dance, but it has some things in there like it. But again, it's down there with Ant-Man, Quantumania, just meaningless. That's my biggest problem with the movies. It does not matter. None of it matters to DC's overall story, which is you can have a bad villain, but it needs to matter. None of it matters. So that's my take.
What's your
Thank you
score
guys.
before I get you out?
I didn't want to give it a score because, again, I don't know how to score because I don't remember what I gave Ant-Man Quantumania. And Ant-Man Quantumania to me is just right above it. If I was like to put a tier list, like a tier list, like a movie in an order of worst to bad, whatever. I don't know where I give it a rating. Whatever. Like DC said, it's a 4, it's a 5, it's mediocre. Like it's just whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares,
All right. Well,
all right. Thank you guys. I'm sorry I have to run. I didn't know you guys. I didn't know we're gonna be on for an hour. Sorry.
All right, darling.
Got it.
Go ahead, DC. Finish up with your thoughts.
Excuse me. Yeah, man. Again, the movie was has obviously so many problems, so many issues. I don't know who thought that this movie was going to be successful. I don't know why they greenlit any of this storyline. They probably should have come up with more of an original story instead of a direct adaptation of the Woman of Tomorrow comic. I thought that was a big mistake because it, again, like I said, it disrespects that comic. And then one last thing.
Joseph? I'm sorry, but why Joseph Kosinski? Why did you just like his style?
I love his style, man.
Yeah.
I love his style. I love Tron Legacy. I watched that movie over and over again.
Oh, no. Yes. That I agree. I was thinking of the other one, the one that's married to Emily Blunt.
Oh, no. That's Jesus. Who is that?
I got his name.
Hold on. I mean, I'm sure you could do a quick Google search, but he's actually a good director too, but not
Joseph
anywhere.
Kosinski. Yeah, I can see Joseph Kosinski. Okay. Yeah, that I agree.
Okay. Well, shoot, I wish you would have said that when when Tony was in here. John Krasinski is
John Krasinski. That's why I was thinking like
no, Joseph Krasinski is the other guy, and obviously I could see why you would get confused by that. But they obviously have the same last name. But yeah, Joseph Kosinski, I think, is another name that they should be considering to direct one of these DC movies to try and bring them back to some kind of
Top Gun Maverick, F1, Tron, coming up now, the Miami Vice movie. Yeah,
I love Oblivion.
Oblivion is very good. Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's got the thing. What I say is mentioning these two guys, Dan Trachtenberg and Joseph Kosinski, is that they have styles. They have, when they direct something, it's going to be bombastic. It's going to be loud. It's going to have
good action,
great action. It's going to have a good story. It's going to make
characters.
Right. It's going to make you talk about the movie afterward and be like, man, I like what I just saw. F1. I think, did you mention F1?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Good soundtracks.
Good soundtracks.
I've worked with Hans Zimmer. Can sure get him. There's a lot. Yeah, of course. Joseph Krasinski. Yes. I was confused, so I apologize.
No, it's all good.
But yeah, man, I think we're at the 46-minute mark.
Yeah, I think it's good.
That pretty much. All right, guys. So that's gonna do it for today. Obviously, we were all pretty down on the movie. I was probably the most down on it, but either way, comment down below. Do you think the movie was good? What did you not, or what did you like about it? What did you dislike about it? Do you think James Gunn is the one that should be running the DC's future, or do you want to go with somebody else like James Cameron or Joseph Krasinski? I like the Joseph Krasinski pick. Either way, like and subscribe. Thank you for growing the Danny Cut, and we'll see you on the next one.
Deuces.